So I said, no, 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 it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed alone, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're falling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed alone, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're falling.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? Just gonna get started in a minute. Bear with me. Don't want to share some sensitive info here. And let's do that. All right. Hey Alexo. All right. So let's have a look at the watch list. SPY hitting that 4 to 5 level. Again, yesterday it actually bounced off of that. So is it strong enough to bounce from there? We'll find out. I think right now it's actually this level is quite strong. We have a longer term trend line as well that's hitting at these areas, these levels. So a bounce from here, if we do get one, is not really sort of surprising. It won't be that much of a surprise. It's to be expected. But if it breaks it, these kind of levels are so huge that even if it breaks like by 10, 20, 50 cents or $1, it doesn't matter because they're usually big, massive zones, bigger picture zones. It's really not a level, a specific number. We're talking about big zones. So the zone that we're looking for is from 425 all the way to maybe 424s or between 4 to 5s. So $1 or $2 zone there. Right now, as it stands, 4 to 450 was the one that's the lowest that hit recently for the last 2-3 days. And if it takes that out, even then we still have that 422 that it bounced from a couple of days back. So quite a bit of support there, but the aggression that's hitting that support is quite strong as well, even for the pre-market. So we'll have to see what it does. SPY, it's on a very crucial level, to be honest, right now. So we'll see what happens. If it just starts to bounce, we might be looking for longs. If it starts to take out these levels, especially the yesterday's low, we might be looking into some shorts. But I wouldn't expect too much, to be honest. So SPY, the rest of the watch list, basically, I'm just going to clean it up. FEMY, I am short biased on it completely today. Yesterday I shorted this a little bit from these areas here. This is 5-minute chart, so these areas I started at and then I held until here, and this wick just got me out for the rest of the remainder of the basically position. I only got one partial yesterday, so it wasn't that much of a successful trade. I was looking for bigger sort of run until 3s, but I'm also today starting short on this one around this area. Actually right now I'm short on it, so the idea is basically I wouldn't want this to be going further beyond 4s, and if it takes that 370s I might exit early as well, but my risk is beyond 4, so I have started it slowly, and if it pops towards 4 and starts to drop, I will get probably a better deal up there, so I'll be able to short at a bit higher prices. Right now it's kind of a chase and it's right at the support, which yesterday it actually bounced from, so I'm a bit worried about this area here, but if it does break that, then we can always add to it as well. So there's a lot of ads that is potential on this one coming, but in any case I want to start it somewhere, and we'll see what happens. FEMY, basically the reason why I'm shorting is because, you know, it's no matter what the cause of this move is, this is just unreal move, right? It's just not, it doesn't exist in a normal very strong stock. Usually a strong stock with foundations being very extremely, even if it's very extremely strong, it will tend to creep up to be trending environment. This is not a trending environment. This is complete pure parabolic euphoria, whatever you want to call it. When they do drop for a big pullback, usually they are reversals, but even if they bring a nicer pullback, it will be a massive pullback. So today I'm hoping that's the case on FEMY, so that's going to be on my main watch. So throughout the day I'll be trading FEMY, possible shorting opportunities as long as it's under that 4 is still valid. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's my plan for FEMY. Now if it does start to take out that 4, there's a chance that it could squeeze, but to be honest, it might not, it's got to have huge amount of volume to squeeze that 4 and 450s. So we'll see anyways. That's why I'm keeping an eye on 4 and 450s. I don't think it's going to get there anytime soon. So we might see some fading off today. And if that's the case, that could be a big trade. FEMY, definitely looking. SLNO as well, I'm just keeping an eye on. There's the volume is terrible on it now. That's worrying part, because the first initial day of the gap and the move, the first day of the mover, it's been the most range and the most volume, and then after that it's all been under what do you call IB inside bar of that main move. So this main move has really sort of engulfed all the remaining preceding days. So we are still inside days on these days. It might, if it does take out that 26, I'm looking for that 26 break and plus 25.20s, 25.50s break. And if it does that, we might see some potential bigger move to the downside or bigger red day, potentially some decent opportunities for shorts. So that's what I'm looking for. SLNO as well. SLNO is also on my watch list. Only shorting opportunities I'm looking for, because by the time it actually shows trend, it has to be breaking that 30, and I don't doubt that it's gonna get to that point anytime soon. By the way, ALXO, let me just cover ALXO because I'm about to take some trades on it. Under 10, I was looking for some shorting opportunity, but this is also, it could actually bounce. This is a phase 2 trial result, kind of sort of news related gap. So these things could be dangerous to short, but in my experience, to be honest, phase 2 trials have always actually, sooner or later, they have dipped quite strongly and substantially after its gap. So I'm kind of trying to take advantage of that sort of edge. I think if it does pop towards 11s and 12s, that might be even better idea to get the bulls trapped. If we do get bulls trapped just for the squeeze, I think this will have a huge amount of pressure from there. And if we do get that, that'll be even better, because I'll be shorting a bit higher. But now I'm just waiting for the right sort of setup. It's pre-market, that's why I'm a bit careful. Otherwise, I could start. But right now it's actually bouncing off of this level, which I don't want it to do for my short if I'm going to take one. So also just bear in mind that this squeeze could happen on it for sure. Sometimes it just really doesn't matter what the fundamentals are. It's just what the price does and who people willing to pay the prices. So yeah, that's why I'm looking for this. I'm just going to be careful if it starts to squeeze. I'll be careful with my shorts if I am in on it. But I'm definitely looking for shorts if it starts to creep back under VWAP, under 950s. So that's the deal with the ALXO. I don't mind taking longs as well, as long as this sort of price structure actually holds and starts to attempt to take that tens. I just need to read the volume. As you can see, volume is kind of supporting it for the move up, really decent volume. For the move down, which is supposed to be pullback, we are seeing a really low volume and declining volume. That actually shows that there is, you see here, that there is basically the primary move is to the upside and stronger move is to the upside, and the secondary move, which is pullback, is actually to the downside. So if you're looking for shorts on this one, you are going up against the strong momentum to the upside. You're just going by the fundamentals behind it for the short. Now for that volume needs to shift. Volume speaks for itself. Volume, when we start to see more volume coming in on the move downs, then we can say to ourselves, you know what, it's shifting now. That's the only time you could start to take in some positions on it, and that's what I'm going to do. So that's the plan with ALXO. Looks good for longs as well. I'm not going to deny that for sure. People who actually take these things long. Right now, ALXO is at 10, attacking 10s. There's got to be some liquidity there. If it takes that out, it could actually pop, but I see some decent pressure on it, to be honest. There's some really decent pressure, continuously putting pressure on it as it goes and pops. So I'm kind of thinking if it does pop towards 11s, that might be a better idea to look for potential pullbacks or reversals. Now, the market being so close to the open right now, well, it's not really. 849, right? 849. So there you go. It breaks that 10 and bringing more volume, and rejection comes in from that trend line. But if that trend line gets broken, I think it could run easily towards 11s. So the volume, as you can see, is supporting that move up. So we're going to be patient with our shorts. That's the plan with it. IMVT, I've been keeping an eye. Yesterday, I was looking for IMVT. The big one I missed yesterday. I know I wasn't streaming, but I was trying to sort of trade on my own. Just had a few other things going on as well in the background, so I couldn't stream. But this is the one I missed yesterday. I was keeping an eye on for the whole day, pre-market basically, before it opened, that I'm going to be shorting this because it actually fits perfectly with my strategy when it comes to a bigger picture. The setup is definitely there. You had few chances to enter this whole grind back down, and I just completely missed because I was actually trading FEMI kind of quite aggressively as well, because I thought yesterday was the day FEMI did that. I ended up green on FEMI for sure, but it wasn't the day for FEMI yesterday. It was for IMVT. So unfortunately, I missed that one. But today I'm not expecting too much from it, to be honest. We could take shorts under 34s, maybe 34.50s. Right now it's trading under 35s, in between that actually. So if it starts to drift and show any sign of weakness, we can try it for shorts. There goes ALXO, that for possible hunting of the liquidity. So and the volume should be rising without me even looking. So IMVT, I'm not too keen on it today. Yesterday was a much better opportunity. BNOX yesterday actually built up some more volume as well, but I'm really not. I mean, it was a really beautiful move yesterday, BNOX, but it closed strong as well. Today we could be 50-50 on the buyer's perspective, because If it takes that 4 out and starts to show some trend or some shift in the direction, right now we don't have any direction. If we start to go over 4, we might see some direction. Then we can decide whether to go long or short. I'm like 50-50 on it. I have 2 possible scenarios whereby if it takes 4s, I'll look for longs. If it takes the low, recent low, or especially the yesterday's big pivot low, basically about 350s, 360s, that's where I'll be starting to look for shorts. I don't mind looking for shorts on it as well on the pre-market lows, 375s, things like that, but I think that's not strong enough. So I'll wait for that as well. So quite a bit of potential on BNOX both ways. UEC, yesterday I kept this as well. This is one of the ones I missed, but it's good that I missed this because it would have been quite choppy earlier on. The way I trade, I probably wouldn't have held this thing. I probably wouldn't have ended up small loser on this one. I'm not gonna lie on that. So it's good that I missed it, but nevertheless there was opportunities on us with its daily bigger picture time frame approach. Now SWN, again, yesterday was a much better idea on this one, but today we could have some sort of follow through. The only issue with this one is we've got a strong level at 6 and it's like 10-15 cents away from it, and even if we get anything on it, I think we might struggle to break that. So I'm gonna keep it aside. SWN, I might not take it seriously. Now if it starts to bounce, however, 630s, 635s, even 625s, that should change my mind for a possible shorting opportunity on this one. So I would rather let it bounce and take that bounce short than shorting it like as if I'm chasing it right now. So as if this price stays as it is right now, 60, 614, 613s, there's no short for me. No way. All right, that's why I kept it. RIVN, it's been strong lately on the daily, and it's one of my swing candidates, and in fact I am in on it on RIVN, probably 20, I think from here or from there somewhere, for a bigger picture move. It hasn't gone that far, to be honest. Once it broke that, it should have started carrying on, at least finish close to 25. That would have been nice. The reason why I kept it on the day trade watch list is because I want to make sure that if it is drifting down and pulling back and creating this formation, then I can actually benefit from it for a red day today, which already is kind of looking like weakness coming through, which is gapping down. 23.65 was the close yesterday, and it actually is trading under 23.30s. So looking for shorts in short. To keep it short, looking for short. Yesterday it had some really decent opportunities. Midday though, I wouldn't have traded this, but initially it was very, very choppy, but then later on it started drifting down and created some really decent structure, which was easily read or easily predictable, I would say. Especially under the VWAP, it was a beautiful, beautiful setup there, and it just went multi hours for the risk you was going to take. So hopefully today it will have some decent bounce towards that yesterday's close. If it can't take out 23.40s, 50s, then I would definitely say this is still weak, and then I'll look for shorts on it. So most of the things that I'm looking for is possible shorting opportunities, to be honest. High CCM yesterday, I kept this because it was popping up. I know it's under sub dollar level, but it was bringing so much volume that I forgot to take it off. I think it's done. When I say it's done, yesterday was probably the most volume it's going to ever get. Today it might not get as much of a volume unless if it starts to take that one again, which we can put alert. Even 90s, for example, if it starts hitting that with some decent volume, it might bring in more attention, more squeeze. That's the only time I'll be interested in it. Okay, so ALXO is again breaking that tens, and it's actually created nice better pattern now, clear pattern, I would say, clearer pattern. So it's actually done that. Why is it moving like that? Anyhow, yeah, that's better. All right, so again, I would definitely say that I am still long-term short biased on it for sure, but if it starts to take this trend line out, I don't mind looking for longs. Just need to make sure that if it does switch to short, we bring some more volume on it. And if it does, then yeah, we can definitely take it. That's it. That's the watch list for the day. Not huge, but it's enough. Ooh. All right, let's look into something. What's up, Zell? How's it going, buddy? Are you looking into ALXO? ALXO is the only one that seems interesting to me for a gapper play. Just bear in mind that it is phase 2 catalyst, so it's not a very strong catalyst unless there's something I'm missing. Let me have a look if there is anything else that's popping. PNT is, I believe, acquisition. SPRC, guys. SPRC is popped, and this one looks, to be honest, really, is this a reverse split of some sort? This looks interesting. Hold on, guys. All right, so with these kind of gappers, you know, earlier, if you could catch it earlier, it's far better. ALXO, as I said, I am kind of for the long run, to be honest. I'm kind of looking for shorts, but as I said, the trend line and these things, to be honest, even if something starts to gap up for a really weak catalyst, you know, the timing of 6:30, 7 o'clock, these are the times you can actually really benefit from it for the pure pump and the euphoria. After that, it gets so crowded, so overcrowded that it kind of becomes hard to really sort of manage as a momentum trader, a scalper, especially for USL. If you're in these environments, I think you would do really well in these environments. These environments is still good, it's still predictable, it still like creates nice little decent pattern, but I think it's easier to trade in these time frames. What you want, Baba? Where's your bro? Where's your bro? Go give it to bro. Go give it to bro. Go. You careful, dude. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking, and also I want to be there as well, but it's just my. It's like I could be here 8, even 7:30s, but I've noticed that whenever these gappers happen, the top actually happens around that time that I I want to take long. So they start quite early, really quite early. So I either have to be really early to see these momentum to catch it. Otherwise, we'll just wait for after the open, which I do. So as you can see now, why did I say like really crowded? Because the move that it did, it just doesn't have that much resistance of sellers. It's pure buying. It's kind of hard to miss that on level 2 when you start reading level 2 in the tape. It's very, very easy to read it, and there it goes. Actually, I want to try to take this short, guys. It might be too late. Anyways, we'll see what happens. ALXO trading under 10. As long as it trades under 10, I'm still short biased on it, but it could still pop because there's so much sort of interest in it. I think there will be a chance before it starts dropping and maybe continuing for a fade off. It might actually attempt to reach those liquidity areas, which I think is a bit far away, around 11s, 12s, maybe around 11s. Because your stop runs might happen at the break of 6 and 70s. People are going to start to give up on it on the shorts around close to 11. So I'm thinking liquidity area will be around 11s. You have to think it that way. Are they going to try to sort of push this towards those liquidity areas? If they do and it starts to reject, then yeah, we'll see. We'll take it from there. 50 SMA is where on daily? Which number is it? What price? Because I don't have that 50 SMA. I have 50. I believe I have 50 EMA. Okay. So SPRC is the one what we're looking as well. Why did we see that? SPRC looking. What is the catalyst on this one? So they've been granted a European patent for its core technology. We don't know what the patent is, but that's still a better catalyst than the ALXO. So I'm thinking this might be a long. I mean, look at this. This is what I mean. Like, I mean, 730s. These are the ones that like early bird kind of thing. These are so easily readable. Although this had some serious. Rejection, but yeah, it definitely still had that opportunity, even this one. So now I think this one has decent catalyst. This I'm leaning towards a long on this one than the other one, to be honest. If it starts to hold above 665, I think this one looks good. Not gonna lie on that. ALXO and SPRC. ALXO and XPRC. XPRC. Those are the only ones I see. Do you guys see anything else? No. So those two are the main gappers today. ALXO. There it goes, drifted down from 10s. I really wanted to short it, but I think it's just, it might be the premature move to the downside. We might reclaim on this one still. ALXO gets taken out on every single level, so that shows weakness. There's bounce happening around 630s, this area, and if it takes that out, then we could shift temporarily for shorts as well, because it seems very heavy. But if it holds, 630 holds, somehow it's holding, there's actually a hidden buyer there, 631s. There's actually a hidden buyer, so we've got to be careful about this for shorts. ALXO, I really wanted ALXO to be taking out, trading like this after the open, not now. BNOX as well. This one looks quite, I mean, this is bouncing off that 631 area. That level could be a really decent level to watch. Even if you take longs, you can have that level as your base stop level and have a very tight stop on it. So, but you're basing that stop purely based off of that hidden buyer and just a VWAP and this level here, but that level is too far away, 6. SPRC and ALXO. I don't see anything else. Let's have a look at BNOX. BNOX I've been looking at as well. BNOX is looking, yeah, I mean, BNOX is, as I said, if it takes that 4 out, then, you know, we could see to a push towards that yesterday's highs. SPRC, it seems like a recent reverse split. Earlier I was mentioning this looks like a reverse split for sure, but what they do is with the reverse split, if you're clever about it, if the company is clever about it, they will put out these news, any sort of positive news that will drive the prices really high. Otherwise, reverse split brings a lot of grind to the downside, really weakness to the stock. So to avoid that, they will have to. So I'm thinking this patent thing, European patent thing, there is a catalyst definitely there, but you know, it could be anything. It could be a small little thing. So does it affect the company? Will it affect it? It definitely is stronger catalyst than ALXO, which is phase 2. Phase 2s we are seeing those every single day almost, and they don't go very far. It's just nothing. Phase 1, phase 2s are just, unless it's a pump. So yeah, it could be a pump, but definitely a stronger pump. With the, it's basically a machine-powered pump instead of just manual pump. If that's, but yeah, I mean, it looks heavy right now. If I bring up 1 minute chart, it really looks like a short, but that, remember that 630 area, 631s, still holding somehow. And if that goes away, we could see a big drop as well. Usually happens after the market opens, but hey. Interesting. Don't get me wrong. So reverse splits really produce after, you see reverse split happened. That day was a big day, yes. But after 2-3 days of reverse split, you will get these kind of big moves. I mean, we're talking from 365 all the way to trading around 630s right here. So that is definitely a big move. So whatever happens today is still is a big move. So I've noticed on reverse splits that after 2-3 days of that, you will get these kind of big moves either to the upside or down. Look at that 631s. It's gone through. It's absorbed so much and it's still number one. Okay, it's gotten taken out. 630s now maybe. Yeah, now that's it. You see what happened? You see when that buyer gave up on the 631s and there was nothing else. There was nothing else. So this basically tells me that, yeah, it's kind of, we should be looking for shorts on that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you should be in a position where you can say that, oh, you know what, this looks kind of no-brainer. Everything is lining up. Then the more confluences you have or more confirmation you have, the better you have confidence in them to let it go, let it fade off. ALXO, SPRC. SPRC, I really wanted to short it under 620s, but 608. 6. What? What, a guy, I didn't get it familiar. You knew the guy? Sheesh. That is scary, man. I mean, that sounds like London, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. South London. South London, you know, these boys, these children, teenagers will carry these little knives. And it's kind of like, if you go to South London and you don't get stabbed, there's something wrong with you, bro. There's something wrong with you. Dude, that's terrible. If you know someone who's terrible. I mean, I didn't know Sweden was... Is it normal in Sweden or is it something big? Yeah. You think you'll have to move? Is it getting worse? Sweden, I heard, is good. But things change, man. Things change big time. I mean, ALXO. SLNO is not really providing anything. ALXO is small. ALXO is not looking too bad. ALXO is not too shabby. Wow. Sheesh, that's terrible, man. That is reminding me of London. Honestly, it's just, it's terrible. It's terrible, bro. Okay, so SPRC, what is that doing? We're getting some sort of positions. Okay. Puerto Rico. You sure about that? Puerto Rico, I mean, I heard good things about it, but still, not a very stable country, is it? I mean, you could say the same thing about where I am, but okay. Ooh, okay. That's why. Right, gotcha. That's not too bad. Okay. Okay. Okay, you do it like that. Gotcha. Okay. SPRC 6.51. Just it needs to take out a 670. So if you're scalping, just make sure it's taking that 670 out very quickly before the open. Yeah, it's looking good now. 670 is about to get taken out. If it doesn't take it out, then yeah, it's going to be difficult. But the push came in with the decent volume. It should take out 670s, but then 7. I think this level is huge. Like 7 to 750 is huge. So whether it takes that out or not, it will depend on how much pump there is. So there it goes. I think this will have quite a bit of resistance. Look at the volume coming in. Decent. Yeah. There's come the rejection. Now what you want to see is whether this 650 holds or not. If 650 holds and starts to grind back up, then that's a good thing for longs. That would be a good thing. But if it starts to, yeah, if it starts to drift down, then yeah, obviously it's not. FEMY, as I said, I started early, so there's nothing serious happening right now, but nice. I mean, 6 point from here to break of this, 6.51 to 670. Yeah. I mean, 670 area was something that was actually holding up strongly, so I could understand why you took it there, to be honest. ALXO. Which one is better looking on this one? I think ALXO is definitely not too bad right now. Under 9 was a much better. You could. You're early, right? 651, right? You could have at least had your 635 stop. I mean, especially with the second partial. But I see a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of potential on it for the upside because there's a lot of liquidity around 7s and stuff like that. You see here. I'm not looking at the right one, am I? This one. You see this area here? There's a lot of. You see this? Right? So if you look at the volume profile, you will see a lot of things going on here. So I'm thinking like this is a good thing and a bad thing for look at the you know the pullback, right? That's what you if you can hold on to that pullback and it starts grinding back up, there's two ways to deal with it. You can take a second entry for sure with the stop there. There's nothing wrong with that if you still believe this is strong, right? And if you had held it, however, then, you know, again, the same principle, that pullback low is your stop, even as a scalper. So there it goes. Yeah, you could have easily because 651 to 630s, let's say 630s worst case scenario, that's 20 cents after the partial, so it's not much, really, because you already took partials on it. And right now it looks kind of good for longs because you're seeing this really clear, like, strength. I mean, it's trying to push, but if this breaks 650, you don't want 650 to break now, you know? Even if it breaks, you don't want 640 to break and start trading under. It's still strong, still strong. Okay, 3 minutes to go, guys. Not right now. It's kind of choppy. Be careful taking any trades right now. 3 minutes to go, or in fact 2 minutes and a half to go. So if you haven't already in a trade and you're well green, just avoid trading right now, I think, which I will be taking no trades, no new trades. So ALXO was a better looking thingy. ALXO definitely was a better looking one. Unfortunately, there was just, yeah, that 9 missed, under 9 was missed for sure, but it's too late now. Femi is... so we'll just wait about 5 minutes, let things cool down and see where it takes us, really. There it goes. There's your SPRC. The initial move. Look at that. It took... it's typical, man. I mean, at the open drive, you've got to see this, right? These wicks that's going to take out the nearest liquidity. So, yeah, this is what I meant. Like that 7 area, this area is really like a lot of liquidity, which for longs is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is if it starts to push with strength and takes those out, a lot of trap traders will make sure that it squeezes. So this is one good thing. Bad thing is if it's strong enough, the level, then it could actually reject from it strongly as well, because eventually the buyers will give up the pump and the dump stars. So yeah, you've got to be ready, baby. Oh yeah. You gotta be ready. Let's go. All right, so just added on FEMY, and we'll see what happens. Just add it on FEMY. Let's go. Now, on SPRC, there's a lot of... I can see it's getting overcrowded, honestly. Oh, the more I look at ALXO, and the more I just like beat myself to it, because yeah. My initial idea was if it stays under 10, hopefully by the close, but it stayed under 10 way before the close, so I couldn't do much with it. But if this had happened around the close time after 5 minutes, beautiful. Yes, now bounce is due on it. Dude. Pixie and Binox for the detail. Okay, yeah, Pixie has been recently a momentum stock, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely. It's got a thing. It's got that thing. Recent reverse split. Actually, reverse split already happened. So, and it's after a day or two after recent split. So, this has potential. Binox as well is on the list, obviously. Binox definitely is looking like it's weak. Binox looks weak. Definitely looks weak. And SPRT just took out the lows, which means it still hasn't taken out the 609s though. If it takes 6s, then yeah, we could see that drift on SPRC. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow I might be able to come down at 4. If you want to meet up on Discord around 4. If it suits you, then I'll map all up for it. And maybe, I don't know, where is Oasis? Where is James, man? He doesn't even contact us anymore. Is he upset? It's a matter of patience, guys. I just need to be more patient. Just gotta be a bit patient. To be honest, I feel like SPRT is there for short now. I'm kind of looking for shorts on this. Just need that. I could start now, guys, 620s, but let me have a look. Yes, 6 is huge. I mean, we're talking 7s and now 6s. This $1 level, the extremes of it has huge liquidity. So this stock could bounce between that. So a bounce play might be good on this one. I'm not gonna lie. Bounce of 6 and then rejection of 7s. But that's just me. Don't take, don't go all in on it. You've got to understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, ask. Nah, I think he's just busy with work and all. So that's why I don't want to disturb him as well. I know he's sometimes listening in the background. If you are listening, by the way, in the background, me and Zell, we're thinking of like a voice chat in the Discord around pre-market. And then I'll start the stream after half an hour or 1 hour later of 4. So around 9 a.m. EST, I'll start the stream. But for that 1 hour, between 8 to 9, we can do some pre-market trading. There has been some decent opportunities, I'm not going to lie, on pre-market around those times. We just got to be a bit early, though, as you can see. This was a clear example, SPRC. It started around 8, as you can see, and it went until 8:30, 8:40. So, yeah. Yeah, it's trap for both sides. As I said, we might be seeing that bounce coming in between. You see that exactly to the tick almost. We got the bounce from 6s. We got once rejection from 7. So we are looking now proper bull. All of those liquidities got to get taken out. This is why you see this. Like, if a market maker sees these orders, they're just not going to sit there and like, oh, you know what? We're just going to leave those orders. No, there's like money to be made, bro. Yeah, exactly. This is 6. It feels like 6 is about to break. I might take 6 short if it does weaken on the level 2. I'm gonna watch the. I'm gonna watch the level 2, the tape, a bit. Again, that bounce in between that level. Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, it's still not affecting the... It's still holding 610s. Still holding. Right. Now this is the question. Now it bounced from 6s. How far is it going to bounce? That is what's going to give you a clue in the near future where it wants to go. How far does it go? That's the question. In the next minute or so. That is my question for sure. Does it go very far? 620 is not very far. It's really not going that far. So I'm thinking this is it. I'm thinking this is it. I'm starting here, guys. And it's only a starter, obviously. And I will definitely exit quite early or quite quickly if it starts to take... the bounce comes in strong. Do, 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 do. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There it goes. So there we go. Is that a halt? Well, I hope it's a halt. There's your halt. Down. Nice to be in it. To win it. There we go. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Yes. All right, so yeah. Yeah, I got in. I did mention I got in here. This bar, this candle. You see, this is like, it's quite... you know, I repeat these things over and over, but if somebody wants to take advantage of these clues, they have to take these things seriously, because somebody is telling you something huge, right? You've got to pay attention to that. Like, you see where I was mentioning like 7 and 6 bounces, right? It happened. But why did I wait? Why did I not take here? Why did I not take here? Because these bounces was still in effect. But the only time I saw this was not bouncing, and I did mention like, well, it's time to see what it's going to do after the bounce of 6, because we were expecting the bounce to be strong again. If it's still true, the condition is still true. But the condition has completely changed because the bounce barely happened. So it's like really telling you like, look, dude, I'm really heavy. I'm about to drop, and it stayed there. And it kept on attacking that. So that's when you start. That's when you start. Even if you don't go full position, that's where you start. A little clue goes a long way. So that was a clue for me. And, you know, I could not have started full position there. Although, yes, it's a starter, but I'm still happy with it. At least I managed to get in. So, yeah. Femi, FEMY, basically I am my average on FEMY, 321. So my average FEMY is here, guys. I started a bit early during the pre-market, 321 right there. Actually, just over VWAP is my average. So I could still add on it to bring my average down, but I don't want to do that. Let's have a look at, I don't want to miss this. Guys, just in case if it opens a bit lower, I'm going to put some limit order on it. Okay, so I'll put SPRC. Yeah, I mean, after now, yeah, there is a possibility for sure. There's so much interest on it that could happen still, because we could still see the 550 bounce and stuff like that. But I'm in it for the all-day fader on this one. I'm just not going in for small little things. So if it starts to pop, I don't mind reshorting it later, as long as when is it gonna open, guys? SPRC. I'm thinking there's gonna be a big gap down on this one. So, and if that's the case, then yeah, why not, right? Yeah, I tend to be good at shorts, and I love the shorts because it's just instant move. The good thing about short is it will tell you whether you're wrong or right very quickly. That's why I tend to take trades off very quickly, because of the time factor in it. And this was a clear example that it just happened within less than a minute of, it worked out in less than a minute. That's what you want from your scalping or momentum trades. And that's when you know you're in the right place. Where is it gonna open? Let's open, I don't know. Let's open under 5. Can we open under 5? Come on, dude. Open under 5. Still waiting. Yeah, around that time, I would say. Yeah, it halted around 9:39, so 9:39, 9:44, yes. But this is way past now, so it's a 10-minute. 10 minutes. So that's yeah, it's gone over the 5-minute mark. So yeah, we have to wait another 5 minutes on it, or 4 minutes. Interesting. Interesting. Why is this not showing me? Anyways, I have been trying, Zell, I have been trying the trade, the pool you mentioned, and so far it's better than Colmex, I'm not gonna lie. My price, hold on, my price is 608, I believe. Let me just check. Uh, 607, sorry, 607. 22. Why is my... Dude. Pixie and Beanox. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, Beanox. Okay, that's interesting. Beanox. Yeah, that for, let me have a look at Beanox. Beanox, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's not bad actually. 4 or 5 breaks. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there might be an opportunity for shorting, adding maybe. I just couldn't take it at 550s. It was so quick, 550, just before 550. The issue with the TTP is that when it holds, you can't actually put in the limit orders. That's what I found. And FEMI was looking good. So I'm just gonna have to wait now. I don't want to take anything now. It's too much of a bounce to take anything. So I'll manage it. If it starts to go back to my entry, I'll risk another 10 cents on it. But definitely that these small little things make a big difference, isn't it? Like if your platform doesn't have that opportunity where you can like limit order, at least put limit orders when something's already, halted. This would have been an ideal scenario. It went all the way to 540s, It opened at 565s, around that area, 560, 560s. So, yeah. ALXO just beautiful. I mean, this is what you call all day fader. Look at that thing. And SPY is staying strong. Other big names are staying strong as well, which is not bad for the swings. Okay, hold on. $660. Oh, come on. There's a big 15-cent spread on it now. ALXOs, as I was mentioning, is bouncing nicely. ALXO. Let it bounce, actually. I'd rather. This guy is still trying to sort of grinding nicely, is holding his own, but it's just dying down, to be honest, the volume and everything. But the one that I'm in also is FEMY. FEMY with a, I've added as well, so now it's gone down a bit, 313. About 310 is my average price on it, so that's not too bad. It's looking good. This is the only one doing really well for me. That's really good. Okay, so FEMY 270s. It's about time I take some out. Okay. All right, I took some out on FEMY. I just don't like what I'm seeing on SPRC. FEMY looking good. SPRC, I mean, if that 550 breaks and stays under that 200 EMA, I think if SPRC has ways to go. So I want to be patient with it, but okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Okay. So I took some out on FEMY here, 270s around that area, 271s. I started here, I believe somewhere here, and then added, I believe, here and then there. So my average came down around 3 here, and then partial 271s, 270s. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I don't know, Pixie I have good expectations from. So not Pixie, sorry, FEMY. still in it on that. FEMY, so basically early start, add, and then the partial right there. So we still got a lot of ways to go on FEMY. And if it does go towards that 250, that'll be most of my partial will come at around 250. And that's going to be a big trade, guys. And with that, I'm going to be done for the day. Dude, forget about locates. It's free. What are you talking about, bro? Now I'm testing out the yeah, I'm testing out the TTP. I've got to do that TTP thing, because the thing with that one is, you know, I short a lot, and I found out that most of the locates that you can't even get on the Trade Zero, it's actually you can trade it on TTP. With obviously some disadvantages, whereby you have to hit the market. It's a CFD. You can't hit the bid and ask, which I love on stocks. But that's the price you pay for, you know, paying a lot of locate fees and stuff like that. So I mean, it works out eventually. But the things that I can't short on Trade Zero or other platforms, I could always come back to TTP to do this. So yeah, just testing that out. And I am actually, it's not a demo per se, but I am on the package, on one of the packages, the second package, I believe, and we'll see how far that goes. Oh, getting a really bad stomach acid. Come on, Femi, do something. Yesterday you did. I mean, it's done quite a bit actually, from 360s all the way to 260s. That's $1 move for a $3 stock. Yeah, it's. Yeah, no. I mean, if you're patient enough, and the issue is, right, I can't really pay 100% attention to a TTP's account, because eventually, obviously, I have to look at my own thing. Hopefully, I can give, like, for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I can give 100%, or not 100%, but at least some, to an extent where I can have really, like, hitting the targets that I want on that. So, for me to hit the targets, I have to be trading that almost like full time, because it's very tough what they're asking for you. It's not a matter of whether you're going to hit it or not. It's a matter of time. They give you certain specific times, 45 days to complete the challenge, and it's not easy when you have time that's against you. So they're quite clever in that sense, but the rest of the stuff seems interesting. I don't mind, to be honest, having 25% of my focus on these, because they will pay off eventually, because these locate fees, for example, certain things, earlier on I couldn't even trade AVGR on any of the platform. Basically, there was no locates. There was just, you could not trade it even if you wanted to pay hundreds of dollars for like 200-300 shares. It's just silly, right? So these things can be a huge beneficial to you if you do have an account like this. So yeah. Mm-hmm.  1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 161 162 Thanks, man. Yeah, it'll be a good challenge to do, anyways, even if I don't make it. I'm not putting too much pressure on me. I'm just testing out the entries and how they are accurate with the market. Okay, let's see if SPRC wants to take down the... This is a nice little pattern, as you can see on the FAMY. Nice little pennant pattern. Tightens up and then starts to take the lows out. Beautiful. Around 5 SPRC. Just before 5 I should put a limit order, which I can right now. SPRC. Okay, limit put on the SPRC just before 5 if it reaches there. Yeah, SPRC is pushing now. SPRC definitely pushing. SPRC. See if we get any chance on FEMY. Anything just popping? Let's have a look while it's slow. SLNO. IMVT still grinding down. To be honest, I thought this has huge room for sure, but I thought it was over for a while. BNOX looks like a nice short right now. BNOX. BNOX looks like a nice short. BNOX, 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 BNOX. The volume though also. BNOX. BNOX, BNOX. BNOX 382.4, 1000. Just volume though on that BNOX. Volume though. The volume. this guy is still around that area. $580. So it's getting pushed down. No, Arriven. Arriven, I was looking for a short on this thing. Oh shoot, I missed this one, guys. Beautiful, beautiful view projection here. There was few incidents where you could have taken this. Yeah, this, yeah, that one missed out. Pixie is kind of like similar to Beanox. Beanox is also looking like this is a short now. This broke, 380 is trading under, and yeah, this looks kind of good for a short, to be honest. Femi is so slow as well, man. Like, come on, buddy. Give me that second partial and I'll be good to go. Femi. There goes Femi. Yeah, Femi is basically now, I'll put it on break even. 310s was the average, and if it does pop and takes me out, let it take me out. Femi is a stress-free trade now. I've also added a bit along the way here, so it's fine. Beanox is popping again, but the volume is just atrocious on it. Beanox, as you can see, is popping. SPRC is also kind of dying down. The good thing about the short is SPRC is basically not doing much and still grinding down, seems like. So that's not a bad thing. Wow, SPY has been weak today. It took out that 425 level, so yeah, definitely return weakness on it. Took out the lows of yesterday as well, 424.50. Look at that. We were not paying attention for the big names, but takes out the zone that we were looking at and pulls back to it really nicely and rejects strongly from it. So opportunity for like Tesla was definitely there. Beautiful opportunities on Tesla. Look at that, breaks the VWAP and then comes back 248, beautiful level, and then just rejects from it strongly. Really nice. So that earlier on SPY looked like it didn't want to go anywhere, but now it's really sort of trading, really trading. So SPY is doing this now, guys. And if you look at the daily, it looks like a very strong downtrend, short term basically. And 422.25, yeah, around that area is the next level, but you know, the way things are going, maybe it's gonna take those out. SPRC. Really like just this 200 EMA is just hugging it and it just waiting for it to take it out. Still in it, looking for that 5 for partial. I'm still in FEMY as well, guys. FEMY. And BNOX is kind of grinding up with some decent volume. BNOX. And this seems like it wants to take that out. 537. 535 now, looking rather nice. There it goes. Let's take some out. Here we go. There goes. SPRC around 510s, partial taken. So SPRC is looking good. Now putting the hard stop on the average stop, average break even, which is about 578. So This is also a stressless trade, and same goes for our FEMY. FEMY already in a state where we can actually, I mean, this is a bit too, I think it's a bit too quick, the stop that I'm moving down to. Yeah. So I'm just going to quickly show the trades and I'll be done. So let's see. So we have open here. So again with the SPRC, this is SPRC, short, short, and then partial. I added this one because it's this is the problem. Like I wanted to add here, and you see the spread, huge, right? We're talking 10-cent spread here. This is also a big factor, big problem if you're going to start to see this. But it's my fault as well because I was trying to sort of get in on the timing was wrong on it. The timing of getting into these kind of stocks is usually here, upper level, not the breakout level or breakdown level. Breakdown levels are usually the partial level, so it's not too bad, but it just isn't ideal. This entry would have been here in the middle somewhere. Average should have been around here for 555, 560s. Still, nevertheless, can't complain. My average is here, as you can see. My stop also is here. So this is a free trade for me now. Just gonna let it go. If it hits another level, then I'll take more of it out, but that's it. Whereas FEMY, FEMY is also looking rather nice, and it looks like a fader. So let's have a look. Okay, so FEMY, first entry, second entry, third entry. These are better entries, and then partial, right? And I wanted to add here, but that's just going to be too much. I've already done proper, position on it. So, and the ultimate target for this one, I would say, is about what 250s. If I can get, it'd be nice. Although it has way more room than 250, just 250. So both of them are basically on stop loss. Oh, by the way, on FEMY, the stop level is way under. So my average is 310s, and my stop loss is around here. So I'm still winning on it if it knocks me out. So that's that. FEMY. All right. Be right back.